Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Knocknar here, and I have my class set up with every gun on here in Advanced Warfare, and today we are going to be doing the Bal-27. So let's get right into setting up our class. So I like to run the Obsidian Steed because I was lucky enough to get it in a supply drop. And the attachments I run with it are Red Dot, Foregrip, and I use the primary gunfighter to get parabolic microphone. And the first perk I use is lightweight because I like to move around faster, and peripherals helps out a lot in just seeing the overall map, and if you have not used it, I highly suggest you use it. And I always run blast suppressor. There's hardly ever a time where I do not run blast suppressor. So my exo ability I use is overclock because, it's really the only one I like, and I use double semtex. And then for my score streaks, I run a UAV with support, threat detection, and extra assist points. And on my second, I use a system hack with assist points. And sometimes I can maybe get multiple system hacks at a game depending on how I'm doing. But, that is the class setup, and we will be using it in the gameplay that will be right now. Alright, so here's the gameplay, and we will be playing Kill Confirmed on Comeback, and as you can see there, I had my class set up, and in this little gameplay, I will be explaining why I run all the things that I do. So throughout the video, the first thing you'll probably notice is if you look up in the minimap, there are two things. You'll see the peripherals perk working, and you will see the parabolic microphone doing its job. So with peripherals, as you can see, it zooms out the map a lot, and others may think this is not, the best, and then it's like, why would I want to see like a smaller mini-map? But I was hesitant at first, but when I tried it, I am actually surprised, and I usually run it on almost all of my classes, and it surprisingly does help. So once again, if you have not used it, I highly suggest that you start. So parabolic microphone is an attachment to where you can see suppressor fire on your minimap. So if people are running a suppressor, you can have parabolic microphone, and it's almost like they never had it. But an interesting feature with the parabolic microphone is that it, on the minimap, it will show a normal dot, but it'll have a ring around it, and it will be slightly bigger than all the other ones, whereas people are just firing. It will be different, so you could kind of tell who's using a suppressor. And throughout the gameplay, if you just glance up at some moments, you will see a like highlighted red dot, and that means those are people with suppressors. And so I use foregrip because after the nerf of the Bal-27, it has become insanely overall kind of bad with the recoil, so you almost have to use foregrip. And it's just something I use on all my guns because in this game it actually does a lot. So, that's pretty good on Sledgehammer's part. And then I use red dot because, the iron sights aren't that bad. It's just I am not the biggest fan of them, and I would rather use a red dot. And then as far as perks go, I use lightweight because, just moving around faster. I'm more of a rush player, so, that's what I like to do. And, of course, my second perk I use peripherals, and my third perk I use blast suppressor because, I just don't like it how when you use your exo movements, you show up as a little red ring on the enemy minimap, whereas if you're running blast suppressor, you do not show any kind of ring at all. But people can still hear you if you're somewhat around them. So it's kind of good if somebody else is using blast suppressor, but overall, you're just not being seen, so that's really, really helpful. And then I use overclock, which I don't really use my exo ability that much, so I would maybe swap, if I could, I'd swap that out for, I don't know, maybe another score streak or something. But sometimes I just use it to where if I need to get into a zone pretty quick, like if I'm playing a different type of game mode, and get to an objective pretty quick. And I just use semtex because, I just use them for I don't really try to get like a ton of kills with them. Like, I mainly use it to get maybe like force people back and pick up kills if it's pretty crowded. But that is pretty much it for the class setup. And so a little bit about what I will be doing with this series. I'll try to do 2 a week, maybe. Like, don't hold me on that, but I'll try to get 2 class setups done a week. And I'm just trying to put out entertaining content, and really just if you're new and you're watching, just give me suggestions in the comments section, and I'd be happy to do anything that you guys want. So like I said, the series I'm doing, I am going to be doing a class setup with every gun in Advanced Warfare. And I may think about doing secondaries. I think I'll do pistols, maybe not launchers or something, because that's not really something that most people would really want to do. But yeah, I'll try to get maybe assault rifles done first, because that's really what I'm having the most fun with right now. And then I'll move on to submachine guns, because with the recent buffs and everything, the MP11 and the ASM1 are pretty good now because they got range increases. But yeah, I'll just pretty much go down the line, and like I said, I'll be putting out try to at least put out 2 a week. And if you have any suggestions on which ones I should do, because I'm kind of just doing random ones that I feel like doing and I'm like having the most success with. So I guess that's pretty much it. Just remember to like and subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.